This is Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde and TJ.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
Good morning. 5:36. Minus 11. Oh.
It's not warm.
Oh.
It's a multiple layer day.
It is.
I'd say.
You know what? Get the heavy winter jacket out. Get a sweater out if you can. This is a good time to like pull out the sweater that you wore to Christmas that you overheated in. At least that's me. You know, people. I don't know.
Is
how
that
people
every
do this.
sweater for you though?
Yeah, it must be every sweater.
You're wearing a t-shirt right now.
I am. It's hot in here. No, the people who wear like sweater vests and stuff like that. I'm like, I look at them. I'm like, I would die if I were you. I've ripped those off after Christmas and New Year's and stuff from time to time and been like, just gross.
Look at me.
Look at me. Look what you've done to me. Hey, let's go around the room. TJ, what's on your mind?
I'm late to this party, but I started watching a show called Lovesick on Netflix last night. Have you heard of this? So this guy gets diagnosed with some sort of sexually transmitted disease and has to contact all his ex-girlfriends.
Oh, no.
The show's actually delightful.
And based on TJ's life.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a biopic.
Producer Jesse, what's happening?
Yesterday, I saved someone's 2019.
You did? How did you manage
Yes,
that?
it was a terrible event for me, but I lost my Presto card right after loading it with $50. So someone in Toronto has my newly minted Presto card, using it to ride the whole TTC.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm feeling severe anxiety this morning because I had to Uber coffee in. This is terrible. This is the third day in a row I've done this. And the guy is outside right now while we're on the air and he's like, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave. You guys don't hurry up. So
He's threatening to pour the coffees down the sewer right now.
And we got our first caller of the morning. Liz, what's happening with you? Are you going to just getting up?
Actually, I'm getting ready to go to bed. I work nights, so it was having to get up to go to work.
Wow. What do you do?
Yeah, I work at a casino in Port Perry.
So are people really there overnight?
Absolutely. 24/7. They're opening and operating.
Are you allowed to say how much the biggest winner you've ever seen?
No.
Have you ever had to tell somebody, like, listen, I know you're having a good time, but please go to bed?
You see them there for a really long time, and they're, like, falling asleep, and you're like, okay, you're not allowed to sleep in here. Like, I think it's time that you go home and get some rest.
Oh, thanks for your call, Liz. Dude, you know, that's the funny thing. You go to a casino, it's perfect temperature, the drinks are there, you don't know what time it is, there's no windows, there's no clocks.
It's dangerous. If you try and grab someone's machine by accident, too, that you might lose a finger, they're like, no, mine. God, Nana, stop.
Or they're staring around the corner for you to leave yours because they think it's a better chance to win.
Exactly.
Good morning.
Virgin Mornings.
With what's trending.
And this is what's trending right now.
The Ontario government is cutting college and university tuition fees. Yeah.
In debt? Too bad.
Yeah, sorry.
Oops. Guess you went to college at the wrong time.
Sucker. An article on BlogTO says, according to the provincial government, the average undergrad will save about $660 and the average college student will save about $340. The new costs do not apply to international students, and following this, tuition rates will be frozen for the 2021 school year rather than increasing. There is more info on that. You can head online.
You know, they really need to work on, and I think that's great. That is such a great start. But look, we need to talk about debt forgiveness. There's no point in the lowest income earning years of your life that you should be strapped to terrible debt just because you tried to make your life better.
Oh, man, it took me years to pay off my school debt. And you know what the first thing I did when I paid it off was? Ate a pizza.
Yeah.
That was
it. Celebratory pizza.
Yeah, so basically what I would normally do, but this time I'm like, oh, this isn't debilitating.
This pizza has meaning.
It was rumored the last couple days, but now confirmed Drake is going to have a Vegas residency.
Cool.
They're saying it could be about $10 million for a few years. Now, there was early speculation that it was only going to be for like maybe a few months, maybe even just a year, and it was going to be a lot more money, but $10 million for a few years, I don't know.
Well, I would imagine that he'll probably do like a month's worth a year because it's not like Drake's not going to tour, right? When Britney did it, she stayed in Vegas. When Celine Dion did it, she stayed in Vegas. It was all year round. Drake might pick like an October, for instance, because he's born then, and it's the OVO month in Vegas or something like that.
I could see that, but I could also see Drake. He tours a lot. He works a lot. He's constantly putting out new stuff. Maybe he just wants to chill for a year. You never know. He's a hardworking guy.
Maybe.
Plus, $10 million a year. It's not too shabby.
For Drake, though, that's not very high.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I got that in my wallet.
Yeah, exactly.
If your favorite video is dangerous pranks and challenges, your videos on YouTube are now gone. YouTube saying that they're banning the dangerous pranks and challenges like the Tide Pod Challenge, remember that, and the Bird Box Challenge, which stems from the Netflix movie Bird Box, where basically you blindfold yourself and go about your day. There was a car accident that happened this past weekend of some girl doing the challenge, and YouTube's now taking down all the videos.
I wonder if they're trying to get rid of people like Logan Paul. Like, straight up. Like, I know he's
Can they try harder?
Yeah, seriously. But, like, in all honesty, a lot of those pranks are fake. They're actors and that sort of thing. A lot of the YouTube stuff for that is done out of LA. And then you got guys that I don't think YouTube particularly wants to be associated with anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I totally
They're probably
agree.
like, yeah, we know that you're here, but can you find somewhere else to go?
This is why I miss Vine. Because Vine never did this to us.
No.
You never had enough time to do a dumb prank or challenge on Vine. All you could do was spew nonsense for 7 seconds.
Walk
and then you
into
were
a
done.
door. Yeah.
Walk into a door, and that was it. I'm TJ. That's what's trending.
Hey, Wild Party, Pineapple Beach, in 1 hour and 4 minutes exactly. We are going to hook you up with your next code word. So in that time, just warm up your text fingers. 99999 is our text number.
Yeah, you can text us. You can text your ex and be like, I miss you, and just say things like that just as a way to practice.
And we can shout that out on the radio if you'd like.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, dear ex, it's Virgin Radio.
This is Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde and TJ.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
I was trying to come up with a good tease for this, but honestly, who can stand in the way of fugitive cow still on the run 6 months after she escaped from rodeo? Like, how can you do better than that?
What's the average foot speed of a cow?
They actually are a lot faster than you'd think. I don't know what that would be. You probably have to Google that.
40 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, they are quick. And, well, they're not quick. Once they get going, though, they go, and you get out of the way, right? Now, there's a lot of questions. First off, this cow it's not like it's in the Midwest somewhere. This cow's in Alaska and has escaped from a rodeo in Alaska.
Yeah, it might be closer now, though.
Maybe. The cow's name is, of course, Betsy. Has to be Betsy.
The Bob of cow names.
Vanished from the Anchorage Rodeo in Alaska and has hidden out on the city's 4,000-acre Far North Park. Betsy has managed to evade infrared police drones sent into the air to track her down, as well as several attempts by her owner, Frank, to recapture her.
So they sent drones and Frank?
Yes.
And she escaped them both?
I don't think a human being will, I don't think Survivor Man could do this. And yet here's this cow on her own. He said, I'm just totally exhausted from looking for her day in and day out. This is Frank, her owner. She's a go-getter. That's for sure. Now, apparently the police in Anchorage are saying she's regularly spotted by locals.
Like Bigfoot, yes.
Yeah. But like Bigfoot, a lot of the reports turn out to be fake. And there's also some things going in Betsy's favor here. She's got black fur, which apparently blends in seamlessly with the park's dark spruce trees, making it hard to see Betsy even when she's close.
That doesn't explain escaping a drone.
No, that's true. It doesn't. And you would think, like out there in the wilderness, you're going to see some reindeer.
Yeah.
You're going to see some other deer. You're going to see some rabbits. Maybe Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Betsy's going to stand out because she's the size of a car.
Yeah.
Can't find her. And so I guess they found her tracks, and sometimes they are like close to her. But the thing about this park is that there's a ton of food for her. You think, oh my God, it's Alaska, it's cold, it's winter. No, she's cool. Apparently, it's filled with bales of hay during the winter and mineral blocks to help ensure she stays well fed. I guess they just throw them in there for the animals.
This is the perfect storm.
There is also numerous fresh water sources, even during the coldest periods of the year. So now, here's what they're doing now to capture the cow. And I guess this is what you're supposed to do because they're sort of social. They are bringing other cows to the area. She'll be attracted to the cows so that she'll want to come hang out with new cows.
What if Betsy is the me of cows, though? It just wants to avoid people at all costs. Or cows, for that matter, at all costs.
Could be. It sounds like Betsy is both a cow and people, not person.
You know how some people take a year off after college to just backpack? That's what Betsy's doing right now.
She's finding herself.
She's
taking so many great Instagram pictures.
Yeah, 100%. Oh. She's getting an Infinity Whoop tattoo.
Wow.
Live, laugh, love.
And then 6 months later when they catch her, it'll be like, take me back.
This is Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde and TJ.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
I want you to imagine two of the funniest people you've ever watched. You love them. You watch them for years on a show. and then the show goes away, and you're a little heartbroken. It always happens with good shows, right? You love a show, you fall in love with the show, and then you end up watching the show for 10 years after because you cannot find something to replace that void it's left.
I feel like I'm about to be personally attacked.
Now, those people who created your favorite show are teaming up for another show, and this is a real thing. Steve Carell, Greg Daniels, they released a teaser for a show yesterday. Now, TJ, I'm gonna let you take this because you have a shrine to The Office at your house. He was like, TJ was on this like Blue Jays fans on bobblehead day. He was first in line. He was there the night before in a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
He smells bad, but boy, is he excited.
I don't smell any different than normal, first of all. Greg Daniels and Steve Carell, of course, the guys behind The Office, which, for the record, one of the greatest shows ever made, Adam. My obsession is for good reason. But they're behind this new show that's coming to Netflix, apparently. It's called Space Force. I don't know if you remember this, but about a year ago, President Donald Trump said he wanted to create a new branch of the American military called the Space Force to be in space and do space things. This show is centered around that. The Hollywood Reporter describes Space Force as, quote, a workplace comedy. And the goal, there's a teaser video for it, and it says the goal of the new branch is to defend satellites from attack and perform other space-related tasks, ... or something. This is the story of the men and women who have to figure it out. And it's going to star Steve Carell, who's apparently supposed to make $1 million an episode.
I don't believe this.
Oh my God. You don't think this is a real show?
I don't think this is a real show. I think they're trolling you.
No, you're wrong.
I no, but like, okay. Read the concept again. Slow it down a little bit.
Okay. The Hollywood Reporter describes Space Force as a workplace comedy.
Which was what The Office was.
Yeah. So picture The Office, but in space, working as the Space Force. The goal of the new branch is to defend satellites from attack and perform other space-related tasks or something.
No.
This is the story of the men and women who have to figure it out.
They're fooling with you. And they can use Netflix for that because Netflix would totally be on board. There's no way that's a real show.
I don't know. They said how much money he's making.
Well, they could say anything. And with Netflix, you believe it because they just throw money around like it's going out of business.
You can't tell me that concept for a show doesn't sound incredible.
It sounds great. My question is, would Steve Carell actually do it?
Yes. 100% yes. Maybe not. But I'm going to say yes anyway.
Okay. All right. Here's the thing. So you've heard TJ describe the show a couple times already. I want to know if you think I think this is a very long April Fool's prank. I think they're going to tease up and then April Fool's, they're going to drop something on us like, fool.
Here's the thing about Office fans, though. Once other Office fans hear about this, we are like a cult.
Yes.
We're going to be very excited. We're going to get our hopes up. If this ends up being a joke, people are going to be very upset. I might only rewatch The Office twice this year if they do this to me.
999 on the text or 416-872-9999. I'm serious. I do not believe that is a real show. Do you?
Hey, when did you move to Wrongville, by the way?
Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde and TJ.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
If you are a fan of The Office, you're going to love this. Or you're not going to believe it, which is, I'm in the second boat. Steve Carell, Greg Daniels, creators and obviously star of The Office, coming back with the show, TJ.
Yes. Space Force is apparently its name. I don't know if you remember this, but a year ago, Donald Trump said that he was going to make a sixth branch of the military, a Space Force, and the show is supposed to be a workplace comedy based off that.
Okay. So, after TJ presented his case, I thought, I'm like, that's not a real show. There's no way that's a real show. And I got a text message at 99999 that backs me up. This comes from an Office fan, by the way.
Traitor.
I saw this yesterday, thought it looked amazing. But now Adam Wylde is making me doubt it. Steve Carell won't do an Office reunion show, but he'll do The Office in space? That doesn't make sense.
Oh, what a lovely text from Judas. We got a text from Angela from the 647. Agree with TJ. They know how rabid Office fans are and wouldn't do anything to hurt us. Thank you, Angela.
Oh, man. Okay, we're going to pay attention.
We're going to have a fist fight. That's how this ends. You know that, right?
I believe that this is a big April Fool's prank that they're starting in January. Could be the biggest ever.
No. They even posted online what his expected salary is going to be, over $1 million an episode.
But yeah, but you can fake that. You can say anything. You can have an inside source, for sure.
I don't know. The good people at The Hollywood Reporter.
They're good.
They seem to know what they're
reporters.
doing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll see.
They do reports on Hollywood. It says it in the name.
It's Virgin Radio.
Another Virgin Mornings
With what's trending.
and this is what's trending right now.
Get this. Canadians spent more than $1 billion with a B dollars on legal weed in 2018, a new report says. The study found that despite pushing legalization back from the summer until October, Canada still managed to increase its spending on legal marijuana from $755 million to $1.6 billion.
In 2.5 months.
2.5 months,
Wow.
making it the number 3 legal weed market in the world. The report also predicts that Canada's legal weed market will hit almost $8 billion by the year 2022.
That does not surprise me.
No. It's amazing how big of an increase that was, though, in 2 months. That's nuts.
And the thing is with the legal weed, let's be honest, it's not exactly easy to get right now.
No.
They haven't made it easy, so...
No.
I imagine that number spikes pretty big once it becomes easier.
I totally agree with you. Is new music from Drake coming? Yes, kind of. There's this thing called Rockabye Baby. So what they do is they take popular artists like Lady Gaga, Beyonce, they've done it for Metallica, and they turn it into like lullabies for children. And they're doing this with Drake music too.
No words though, right?
No words.
So it's just the music.
Just like, it sounds like a music box.
That will save parents everywhere, I think.
Oh yeah, especially if they love Drake. They're going to be all about this.
Oh yeah.
So they're doing his 15 biggest songs. So there'll be songs like Passion Fruit and all the other ones. I start with Passion Fruit, and then you just say all the other ones.
And
that covers all the bases.
that's the biggest one.
Hey, yesterday, Metrolinx announced that they were closing Bathurst and Eglinton for 7 months to work on the roads. Well, that plan is no longer in place. The agency wanted to close it for 7 months to speed up construction of Forest Hill Station, but they pushed it back due to community outrage. So it looks like the completion of the project is going to be pushed back about a year now.
Yeah, so do you want to swallow the 7 months, or do you want a year and a half of terrible construction? I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is there.
There isn't the right answer there.
This is just us living through painful subway delays, right?
It's life, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what's trending. I'm TJ.
Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde and TJ.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
Starfish is your code word to get on the Virgin Radio VIP standby list for Pineapple Beach for the Wild Party. The thing is that it's got to be Starfish and then your name.
Yes. Starfish. Just write Starfish and then your name to 99999. Otherwise, our system won't pick it up. So, Starfish has to be the very first word in the text. Good luck.
This 10-year challenge has been kind of fun to watch.
Has it? Is fun the right word?
Well, I mean, okay. For some people, I'm like, oh, you shouldn't have participated. A little cringy sometimes, but the thing I noticed besides like the hairstyles that have changed and the eyeshadow that's changed.
Or the eyebrows.
Oh, there were no eyebrows 10 years ago. It's crazy.
That's the top comment I keep seeing is like, wow, I figured out my eyebrows within the last decade.
What happened to all the eyebrows 10 years ago? They all just walked away.
Somehow I think it's Jersey Shore's fault. I haven't figured out how, but I think it's Jersey Shore's
Probably.
fault.
It's sort of at its peak at that point. Now, what I love too, it's not just the pictures of people themselves. It's the stuff in the background. So if you have a picture and like say it's in your bedroom and your TV might be one of those tube TVs, like the big, thick, heavy TVs,
I hear what you're
right?
saying, yeah.
I've seen a lot of DVD/VCR players. Remember the combo buys? And people were like, whoa, best of both worlds. I get to hang on to my VCR collection. That was a bad investment. iPods, but the original iPods.
Or the iPod shuffles, the clips.
The little ones, yes.
Yeah.
So Motorola, for some reason, they're capitalizing on the nostalgia trend. They want to bring back a phone that actually probably went out of style even more than 10 years ago. The Motorola Razr.
I remember that one, the flat one.
The black flip phone.
Yeah.
That was the coolest looking thing at the time. And I remember a girl on my street had it, and we're like, how did you get that? And she's like, well, it was a birthday present. She's like, it was $150. We were like, whoa, that is a lot of money for a cell phone.
That's a ton of cash.
This will cost $1,500 when it comes back later this year. $1,500. That is more money than the iPhone XS, which is the newest version. And as far as we know so far, it's not going to be a whole lot different from the original Razr. Like, you're still going to have to text. Remember when you had to text like 222-132? Yeah, like that was probably still going to have to text that way.
A nightmare.
Probably won't be a lot of room for apps. Maybe an updated camera, maybe. But like, that's it.
I know you're thinking that sounds ridiculous, but devil's advocate here. Let's say you're at a party, you're at a bar, maybe you're just in a coffee shop or whatever. Somebody pulls out a Motorola Razr. That's a conversation piece. People are asking you about that.
See,
that to me is worth the $1,500 investment.
That's interesting to me because here's TJ's angle on this. You ready? He wants to talk to girls, and he doesn't want to have to put effort in.
That's exactly
So he'd rather pay $1,500 for the conversation piece. There it is, right? Yeah.
Exactly it.
It's Virgin Radio.
This is Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde and TJ.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
This will be a social experiment. If you are recently engaged or you really want to be engaged. And by the way, guys know. We know when you want to be engaged.
Oh, yeah.
We get all the Pinterest links. But don't worry, we know. We're making notes.
We see the photos you're liking on Instagram.
But we wanted to bring somebody on who was in this position. So, Sarah, you really want to get engaged, right?
Yeah, I do.
How long you and your partner been together?
About 2 years.
Do you live together?
We do.
Have you been dropping like serious hints?
Oh, all the time. I just tell him.
Example?
I'll just be sitting on my phone on the couch and just happen to show him engagement ring.
Oh, see, I'm glad that you're doing that because
Smart.
it's really important. We don't want to guess the engagement ring thing. Just tell us what you want it to look like and we can try to make that happen.
Yeah, I don't want him to pick the wrong one. I have to wear it forever.
Right, that's key. Now, question, any trips to Europe coming up soon?
No.
Okay, because usually that's when it happens.
That's a pity. I ruined a girl that we work with. I ruined her engagement because her and her boyfriend were going away to Europe. I was like, he's going to propose. And she's like, no, it's going to be fine. And then she came back. She's like, you ruined my engagement.
Oh, my gosh.
But they got engaged, so that's happy.
So that's right.
Okay, Sarah,
Yes.
we're gonna do a little role play game here. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
All right. So TJ is now your boyfriend, and you guys have lived together for 2 years.
Lucky
okay?
you, eh?
So lucky.
TJ, ask the question.
Sarah, we've been together for 2 years. We share a home together. We have a cat named Maurice. Don't laugh. I'm in the middle of an engagement.
I'm sorry.
We have a cat named Maurice. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Here's this ring I got from the dollar store. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, the ring doesn't bother me at this point. Like, I want a nice one, but it's okay. Whatever. Because he got it.
You know what? See that? The bond that Sarah and I share is way too strong.
Sarah, you have totally surprised me. Totally surprised.
Really?
Because here's the thing: there is actually a $1 or £1 engagement ring at a dollar store called Poundland, believe it or not, in the UK. And I'm like, nobody would ever be okay with this. So I thought we'd do the role playing game, and you actually are cool with it.
Yeah. It's what he got, right? So.
Has nothing to do with the ring, Adam. I'm just a gracious lover. Sarah knows that.
Exactly.
Damn, congratulations to the two of you on your engagement. Now, Sarah, you're not going to be embarrassed to show that ring off? You're not going to be like, oh, well, it's okay. I won't wear it forever.
No, I would just say, we're engaged and I'm excited because we're getting married and starting our lives together.
Wow.
I like you, Sarah. You're good.
Damn, Sarah, you're a good person.
Thank you.
No wonder we're engaged.
Exactly.
Take a seat.
This is Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde and TJ.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
Can you imagine hating your ex so much that you'd be willing to spend money on them for Valentine's Day?
Like for a good gift or a gag gift?
Well, there's a campaign at a zoo in Kent in the United Kingdom where you can name a cockroach after your ex on Valentine's Day.
Oh, wow. That's peak petty. That's good.
Only costs a couple bucks, and you will get a picture of the cockroach, which is nice.
Hanging on your fridge, send it to your nana.
That's right. And now, you have the opportunity to send it to your ex, too, but they're like, we don't want to be petty. It might just be a keepsake for you and your friends. It's hilarious.
I like how they put the suggestion out there, but they're like, but we're not suggesting.
Yes.
But it's something that you can do. By the way, here's a bunch of free stamps.
You even get a certificate. It is certified by the zoo in Kent.
That's so fun.
It is kind of cool. You leave that framed until you start dating again and people start coming over to your apartment and you're like, oh, no, I'm not bitter. Nope, not bitter. Because if I saw that on someone's apartment from their last ex, I'm like, what are you going to do to me?
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
I think naming a cockroach after your ex, someone who you were probably naked with at some point, maybe a bit extreme. But I want to throw this out there as a question. If you could pick an animal that best describes your ex and name it, What animal would you pick?
Ooh, you can text us 99999 or give us a call 416-872-9999.
I'm going to start us off.
Okay.
Porcupine.
A porcupine.
Cute. Adorable even. But emotionally and physically unavailable unless you are ready to bleed for it. I'm not kidding.
How do you know that porcupines are emotionally unavailable? Text us 99999 to tell Adam that he's wrong on that. I've watched some National Geographic in my time, Adam.
Going for a hug and the hug bites back. It's Virgin Radio. A zoo in Kent, England is allowing you to name a cockroach after your ex. Now, we think cockroach is a bit extreme, but if you could pick an animal that best describes your ex, what would it be? You can text us at 99999 or 416-872-9999 to call.
The texts are just rolling in, man. A cheetah. The name says it all. Yeah, that's funny. Another text in the 289. My ex reminds me of an ostrich. He hides from reality. That's okay.
Bury his head in the sand. I like it.
Another text to 99999. Wild boar. Calm 1 minute, then losing it the next. Not to mention he was also a boar. Hashtag pun. That's good. And my personal favorite, a centaur. Half man, half horse. Immortal and vengeful.
That's so good.
That's the best text of the morning.
I gotta be
there.
honest with you. In the pre-show meeting, we didn't think they'd be that creative. That's incredible. Keep them coming. 99999 on the text or 416-872-9999. This is Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde and yes, TJ.
Let's keep the creatures of myth rolling, by the way.
Oh, okay. Let's find some more. Yeah, Greek mythology. Go back in your textbooks.
Yeah.
Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde and TJ.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
We just want to know if you could pick an animal that best describes your ex. We're inspired by the Name a Cockroach After Your Ex fundraising campaign happening at a zoo in Kent, England. Although gyms would be a good place
It could
for
be
that,
happening at a gym, too.
Sure,
You never know.
why not? So, what animal best describes your ex? 416-872-9999. Vanessa?
A panda, because he is completely useless, but also cute and a bit chubby.
Vanessa, we didn't date, did we? So, how long ago did you guys break up? Because it seems like their time has healed a little bit.
This was like in high school, so quite a long time.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So,
you're
no
allowed
hard
to be
feelings.
useless in high school.
Yeah. Is he useless now, though? Do you, check out his Facebook page? every
Yeah,
once in a
he's still useless.
while? Oh, okay. Well, some things never change, right?
Yeah. Win some, you lose some.
Text?
Yeah, it's a 99999. Dinosaur. He doesn't exist. Well, that's not necessarily true. Dinosaurs did exist anyway. A fainting goat. When things got hard, he just gave up. Very emotional, very funny.
That says so much.
Another text from the 416. Play Perfect by Ed Sheeran. Oh, that's a song request. A text from the 705. A troll. Because he trolled me into thinking he would be good in a relationship.
Whoa.
That's heavy. And my personal favorite, a snake. Pretty to look at, but so many layers to expose. Also, constantly slithering, usually into other girls' DMs. That's really good.
Blown away right now.
Yeah,
this is the creativity of Virgin Radio listeners. Amazing.
It's the best.
Keep them coming. 99999 on the text.
This is Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde and TJ.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
What animal would you say best describes your ex? TJ, before we introduce this person, they've requested that we don't use their actual name, which we don't know. So what's their not name going to be?
Chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum.
Did we date, first of all? Is that why you're using a fake name?
I'm using a fake name because my name is very unique, and I think eventually this person, if they were to hear it, would know exactly who I'm talking about.
So name the animal that best describes your ex.
A leech.
A leech. There's a story here, and we want to hear it.
Honestly, it's a single liner. Just wouldn't let go, man.
The thing is that at a certain point, a cutoff is a cutoff. And as an adult, you should know that when I say I'm done, I really and truly mean it. But for some people, they just never get that message.
And that's exactly what was happening.
And every text message is, but, there's more.
But me.
But what about this great thing that we had? We once ate dinner and we enjoyed it.
Remember that night in Leslieville when I made you pay for dinner because I forgot my bank card?
That was fun.
How about flowers arriving at my house daily, and him arriving at my house and begging my parents
like they have some say in this?
Yeah, like they have some say in this.
I always have this philosophy with dating, which is if you don't want me, I don't want you either. Like,
Right?
it just makes things so much cleaner. If they do not want to be with me, why would I want to spend time for them?
100%.
Virgin Mornings.
With what's trending.
And this is what's trending right now.
Hey, want to hear something? Adam Wylde?
Oh.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Canadians spent more than $1 billion on legal weed in 2018, a new report says. The study found that despite pushing back legalization from the summer until October, Canada still managed to increase its spending on legal weed from $755 million to $1.6 billion with a B, making it the third largest legal weed market in the world.
And that's just in 2.5 months.
In 2.5 months, there was that big push. The report also predicts Canada's legal weed market will hit $7.8 billion in 2022. It's quite a bit of cash.
That's actually lower than I would have thought, to be honest with you, because here's the thing. Like, the 2-month number is high, but only $8 billion? Only? If they make it easier for us to buy legal weed, that number might go up.
I'm fairly certain that would still push us into the number 1 spot.
Wow.
In the world for legal weed markets, which pretty
there
crazy.
Aren't too many of.
Hey, is Drake releasing new music? Kinda, not really. They're putting out a Rockabye Baby album for Drake songs. If you haven't heard about this, they make like rockabye lullabies for babies. Like here's Lady Gaga. Poker face.
Yeah. Do you just want to keep doing trending over this? Or do you
Honestly, this is just kind of soothing me. I forgot I had to do a thing here.
So there's no words in this, right?
No, there's no words. It's just hit songs that sound like this. They've done it for Beyonce. They've done it for Lady Gaga. They've done it for Metallica.
That's
And
cool.
now they're going to be doing it for Drake, which would be pretty great. You're having a baby in June?
Yeah. It's funny, when we talked about it in the meeting before the show today, TJ's like, well, they're bringing up the Rockabye Baby. I'm like, I don't know what that is. And that's because TJ's an uncle.
Yeah.
And knows more about child rearing than I do, the guy who's going to be a father in 3 months.
I got
4 months.
2 nieces, 2 nephews. So I could teach you a few things about parenting, Adam. Or at least part-time parenting. Did you hear yesterday Metrolinx unveiled their plan to close Bathurst at Eglinton? Mm-hmm. Well, they're not doing that anymore.
Didn't go over well, huh?
No, they were going to close it for 7 months to speed up the construction of Forest Hill Station, and then there was so much community outrage. They're like, JK, LOL. Looks like it's pushing back the completion of the whole project about a year or so.
Okay. Well, the thing is that it's kind of the which of the evils do you want? Do you not get the intersection for 7 months, or do you want terrible traffic for 15 months?
Either way, it's going to suck.
Yeah, it's going to suck.
And that's what's trending. I'm TJ.
Thank you, TJ. Hey, if you want to get on the Virgin Radio VIP standby list for Pineapple Beach in Antigua, your next code word will happen at 11 a.m. And if there's anything from the morning show that you would like to rehear, just search Virgin Mornings on your iHeartRadio app. We have our podcast up every day. It's got all our stuff in it.
Yeah, like if you're telling yourself you're going to the gym and you just want to lie, you can just sit in the change room and you can listen to us instead.
There you go. Have a good one.
That's what people do, right?
Luke Rodriguez is up next. Have a good one. I already said have a good one. Yeah, okay, I guess it's time to go.
Oh, it's definitely time to go.
Virgin Radio.